We know this last step is our hypothetical syllogism. How do we get this from that? What? Thank you. Absorption, right? So, there's our hypothetical syllogism. They're not in the right order. That doesn't matter. Four, three? What do you think? 4-3? Eight's a confidence builder. Two things you have to notice here. In fact, they happen to be our first and second strategies. Both of them are happening here. What are those? What? First premise and the conclusion. How are they related to each other? First premise and the conclusion. Pardon? No, I mean, they're related. They're related to each other as the first premise and the conclusion of one of our first 9 rules. Thank you. Modus tollens, that's crucial. Second strategy. Line 2 is an obvious replacement statement. That's all you need to know. Modus tollens, line 2 is a replacement statement. People were so talented back then. We're at civilization in decline. What rule of replacement are we looking at there in line 2? It's one of De Morgan's, Captain De Morgan. What is its replacement? You remember that modus tollens we were talking about? What does the second premise have to be? There it is. That's it. Okay, I'll be satisfied if we just complete the 3-step proofs tonight. And there are 5 of them that aren't in the back of the book. 5 of them. Do you want to take a break and do them after break, or do you want to just plow ahead? That's right, I thought you would want to plow ahead. But you're welcome to take a break if you want. We'll save those multiple step proofs for next week. Get ready for the final. You guys should try them on your own. You have all the information and strategies that you need to learn this by yourself. It's an obvious replacement statement. Check it out. That's an obvious replacement statement. I'm not swearing that both of them are going to happen, but they're obvious. In fact, I think they are both going to happen. See, this is a case where, and I'm probably as good as you can get at recognizing what I'm calling resemblances to the first 9 rules. There's nothing here. So your key is to identify these 2 as replacement statements. Then explore, examine what they become. Then one of our first 9 rules will become apparent. So, what rule is that right there? Let's have a look at it. Off to the side here. Right? Gee whiz, look at that. There's our conclusion. As if by magic. What rule are we looking at here? Replace it. See what it looks like. If you're relying on that chart in the back of the book, it's much more difficult than the way I put them on the board. I could tell you why sometime, but it's up to you. They're not as easy to identify the way the author presents them. So, what does that become by De Morgan's theorem? Do you have it? So, now what? That's it. So what's our strategy in this case? I sure don't see the resemblance to any of our first 9 rules, but lines 1 and 2 are obvious replacement statements. You just have a look at them off to the side and that's disjunctive syllogism. Right? Right. Bless you. Does it matter which one we replace first? No. Question? Four left. 1 down, 4 to go. 10's in the back of the book. Don't forget about it. I think you should notice 2 things about this. That's hanky. Why not make them the same? See what we can do. Wouldn't we have modus ponens then? That's something. You know what old people said when this music became popular? There goes our society.
Well,
What do you think? That'll give us modus ponens. Will that get us anywhere? Yes? A good place? Does it matter which one of these we commute? No.
might be easier.
Now we have modus ponens right there. That's good. Isn't that good? Now we have E right where we want it, don't we? Two down, three to go. Okay, this involves a strategy that I don't think it did happen once tonight, but not because we noticed it was going to happen. I'm going to let you struggle with this for a little bit, and then I'm going to tell you why what you're working on isn't going to work. Definitely dangerous music. This must be the funnest online course in history. They just get to watch videos and listen to music. Okay, what are you trying? Hypothetical syllogism? Huh? Well, I think most people would look at that and say, those are the premises of hypothetical syllogism. They are, but it's not going to get you anywhere. Depending on, it'll either get you this, or that, depending on in what order you're going to do it. It's not going to get you anywhere. The key here is to recognize the conclusion as an obvious replacement statement. Once you do that, you have everything you need. So what do you think? Well, I want to know, what does this replace? Or what rule of replacement are we looking at there?
Material.
Okay, it replaces this, right? So you have this. You need to get that. If this is replacing the tribar, right? Somehow we have to get that tribar out of these two premises. Look at your tribar. Look at your material equivalence. Anybody sing like this today? Don't have to?
Oh, I just remember there's so much production that goes over.
Oh. All right, so how can we get that tribar out of those two premises? You want to put those together by conjunction? Then turn them into a tribar? Is that your plan? Does it matter in what order I put those together? No? Let's see.
Well, I did 1 and 2.
Yeah, I just want to point out something to you.
Because that would be then H tribar to G, right?
Thank you. It does matter what order they're in the dot. That's what we need, right? That becomes a tribar. That becomes our conclusion. Three down, 2 to go. First two strategies happening here. 1, 2. See what they are in your list. They're happening. Tell you what, for these last two, we'll let you finish them off. Anybody ever take an online course? How'd that go? Terribly?
It's just a lot of reading.
A lot of reading, really?
You have to dedicate a lot of time to reading.
It's really hard to stay interested in the reading.
I don't know if that's peculiar to online courses. It may be peculiar to that course.
Well, that's like your only way to absorb the material, like so much of the time. Well, it depends on the time.
I think this one,
You took this one online?
it's totally different.
Totally different?
Yeah, she starts from the beginning, well, one instructor started from the beginning of the book, and then straight back. He skipped. We were doing truth values up front, throughout her truth values, and then back. And that's when I got lost. We were doing, what we're doing now, and all of a sudden you have to go true, false, and I was lost. I was like, what?
I would bet that more material was covered in that course than in mine, right?
We were writing sentences, a lot of sentences. A lot of sentences.
Anybody have it? You want to put it on the board for us? No? You don't have to do the work. Let's just see your lines of proof. Or why don't you tell me, what are you seeing there that could help us out? Do you see any? Do you have any identifications or clues?
Well, I did line 1, I used
She probably sees line 1 and the conclusion as the first premise and the conclusion of constructive dilemma. That's crucial. If you have the first premise of constructive dilemma, you know what the second premise has to be. Then line 2, you've got to see that as an obvious replacement statement. She sees line 2 as a distribution statement. Okay, so now you know what your second premise of constructive dilemma has to be, and you know that line 2 is a distribution statement. Those are two weapons. I think if you replace line 2 by distribution, you'll see how to get that second premise of constructive dilemma. Right? Yeah? You don't want to put it on the board for us?
I'll do it.
Go.
Okay, so,
I'm going to show the work.
oh.
See that power chord there?
Uh-huh.
Be careful. Yeah, do it. Go. So when you're taking your online courses, you like sit in your underwear drinking a beer? Yeah? Yeah. I've taught a couple of them online like that. But she's using that tri-bar to show them. She's not using the rule logical equivalence. She's showing that the two statements mean the same thing. Right? Is that what you're doing?
Well, that one then would be number 3.
Did you have to check in a chat room or something like that? I don't make my students do that. I think I'm supposed to. Did you actually have to post something?
You had to post every week. You had to do that at home.
Let's see. 2 distribution. That's correct. Simplification. You've got your premises for constructive dilemma. 1, 4. That's the way it goes. One more. I don't know what those are. One more. All you.